All right, partygoers, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the galaxy's most average yet entertaining pop culture podcast. Brought to you by Cut the Music Prints for all of your apparel needs here in the Triad area. Be sure to hit them up on social media. T-Mad 3D for all your 3D printing needs. As you can see, the sign behind me, as well as the Dr. Doom
Oh,
masks, were all done by T-Mad, and he does deliveries, as well as Sailfish Comics, 3 locations, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, as well as Concord for all of your action figure, comic book, and graphic novel needs. And of course, our good friends over at Fox 8. So I got my cousin Julian joining us today. We are going to be talking about wrestling 2025 recap. It's been a unique year, I guess you could say, Julian. Am I right?
right. Like we came from a crazy 2024 into a very optimistic 2025, but we've had some good times. We also had some not as many interesting times. So hopefully we get to go through all that today.
And we shall, and we shall. And before we get into it, be sure to follow him. His handle is Just Laying Down, or JLD. And Julian, I'll let you take over on where they can find you and how they can find you.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, I'm a WWE content creator from New York City. I go by Just Laying Down or JLD. My real name's Julian, but people just call me J or JLD for short. I make a wide variety of wrestling content over on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all of the good places you could find on social media. I talk about current events. I try to make comedy skits, memes. I used to live stream on Twitch, but I kind of stopped because of just time and management, things like that. Plus, I'm a new dad, so that kind of takes over at the same time. But yeah, a lot of my thing has been wrestling. I've been loving wrestling since I was a kid and even as an adult. So it's been cool recently to be a wrestling fan again. It's nice to be a part of that and to be a part of that for all these years. So I'm happy to be here and let's talk wrestling. It's going to be fun.
I love it. I love it. So a little bit of backstory. Julian actually helped me get back into wrestling. Yeah, we've obviously been we were cousins. And, the last few years I've been trying to kind of claw my way back in, and he's helped me with a lot of questions. Of course, I've had a lot of questions for not watching wrestling for so long. He came into town, I believe it was either last year or the year before, for
Last
Sting's.
year.
Yeah, last year for Sting's final event with AEW. And I'm really, really, really glad to have him on. And I'm really glad that he got me back into wrestling because I absolutely love it. And now Jordan has gotten into it as well. And
Yes,
of course, we are big Jey Uso fans.
that's right.
So,
Speaking of Jey Uso, we got the little
yeah,
guy right here. He's not in the camera, but I could move the camera if anything. I got this at I think WrestleMania, and I know we're talking about WrestleMania as well, so I actually got him there too.
that we are, my friend. So, just kind of starting off, what has been some of your favorite storylines of 2025 so far?
The Vision. And
Really?
the reason for the Vision is because it's new and it's pushing two superstars that I believe are going to go to the top very well. They're pushing Bronson Reed very well with the whole tsunami thing. I think it's hilarious. They
Hmm.
had him beat Roman Reigns out of all people,
Yeah,
which, I'm a big Roman Reigns fan, but I'm actually very happy for Bronson Reed
yeah.
because they're pushing him the way they are. And then Braun Breaker's just a natural talent. Like he comes from the Steiner family and just the 23 miles an hour spear is just insane. He did his thing in NXT. I'm just happy they're getting their recognition going into like WrestleMania when Paul Heyman betrayed Reigns and Punk going for Rollins. I think Rollins is the perfect leader for that. Do I feel like Logan Paul needs to be in that? Eh, that's another conversation. But in terms of division itself, I think it's great because it's new and it's something that we could look forward to. It's not like it's a copy paste Shield or a Bloodline or something like that. It's something that you can't really predict right now. So that's kind of like why I like that. And of course, the John Cena tour, which we're going to talk about later. But John Cena has just been amazing throughout the year. And it's, throughout the highs and lows, it's been a good. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a storyline because it's just like an actual
Right.
event because it's just like a bunch of storylines within like a tour. But I would say the Vision is my favorite.
Okay. Okay. So, speaking of which, there's obviously been some betrayal there.
Right.
Seth Rollins is apparently no longer a part of the Vision. Did you
Hmm.
see that coming? And what are your thoughts about the new Vision with I guess I don't did they make it official Monday that Logan Paul is a part of the vision now. So yeah, let me get a little bit of feedback from you on that.
I feel like the fact that Logan Paul gave too many Pauls, Paul Heyman the
Right.
brass knuckles
Yeah.
is a sign that they are aligned together. Do I think that he's like an official member? Probably not because of his part-time schedule. His part-time schedule is trash anyway, even though he
Mhm.
likes to say he's humble and he's a full-time super. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's going to show up when it's optimistic for him. So I don't really consider him like a real member of the vision, but I think for War Games, it'll happen just for like the War Games portion of stuff. Once War Games is done, Logan Paul will probably be gone for a little. And just yeah, I feel like it was too early, but that's just because they pulled it too fast because of Rollins' injury. I
Sure.
believe he injured his shoulder or knee or something like that.
Hmm.
So I don't know if there was already a plan to have Braun Breaker spear Rollins and they just did it too early because of the injury to,
Right.
write off Rollins. So, but I think it would have made better sense if it happened later, but they do what they can with what they got due to the injury. They could have played the long game of like, oh, Rollins is gone, so no. But it would have been repetitive to SummerSlam, so maybe that's why they didn't do it that way because he was injured before because of that.
Well, then he faked the injury, came back
Yeah,
at SummerSlam, got the
the crutches.
heavyweight
Yeah,
championship. Yep, got rid of the crutches, which crowd pop moments. Holy crap,
amazing wild moment. Yes,
amazing! And for those of you that didn't know, he fought L.A. Knight. What was it, like a month before, like a couple weeks before
Saturday night's main event. Yes.
Saturday night's main event, and watching it actually looked legit. If you land funny, whether if it's NFL, no matter what
Mm-hmm.
entertainment aspect that you're in, you can always mess up your knees. And that, to be honest with you, looked legit. So when that happened, did you expect that at SummerSlam?
Sort of, but not. But I just wasn't sure how it was gonna happen.
Sure.
Like when Punk won the belt and Rollins came out, I already knew he was gonna cash in because he
Yeah.
was not gonna just at SummerSlam, out of all places, SummerSlam. You're not gonna show up at the arena and then walk out. It ain't no
Yeah.
like bad blood or random PLE.
Yeah.
SummerSlam is meant for those big things to happen.
Yeah.
But when he did the whole Willy Wonka style walking with the crutches, I was like, oh shit, something's about to happen. So that's what ended up happening. I was like, oh my God, but it was sort of expected. I was happy because it was a good moment. It definitely played out well.
It
And Punk's
was.
champion now, so
Yeah.
all is
Yeah.
well.
It all goes back and it turns around, and this is why we love wrestling. It's for the storylines. When my daughter first started watching Monday Night Raw, and it was this year when they converted over to Netflix. It was Uso coming out and the storylines, and I was like, "Look, this is soap opera for men." And she
Mhm.
was like,
Basically,
"That's
that's what it is, the
exactly
male soap
right."
opera.
Yeah, 100%. That's why we love it. It's the storylines. Like the matches can be great. Don't get me wrong. The matches can be great, but it's the storylines that keeps us fans at the end of the day. So, speaking of storylines, I know that you just said Division was one of your favorites, but what's one of your least favorite storylines of this year?
Anything Cody Rhoades.
Okay.
That's not like a bias towards Cody because I've always chosen Roman over Cody, but
Sure.
I just feel like his championship reign after like before and after Cena, like all the people he faced, with the exception of Kevin Owens versus Cody in January at the Rumble. That
Right.
was really good. That
Yeah.
was an amazing match. But after that, it kind of just wasn't too interested like that with anything Cody. I know he was trying to fight Cena, get the belt back and all that, but I don't know. Just Cody didn't entertain me as much this year as he did last year. Like last year, he had bangers with Roman. He had a match with AJ Styles. He had the end of the year storyline with Kevin Owens. And there was like a long list of people that Cody was fighting for that title. And it felt entertaining.
Yeah.
This year, I feel like it was kind of just like give the torch to other people this year to
Right.
like give them a moment. So Cody kind of took like the back seat, which is cool.
Hmm.
But there wasn't really anything that I felt was interesting besides that. And maybe the Cody Cena match, which was good too. But like, those two would probably be my only ones.
All right. Okay. All right. And, I know that I plan on talking about this a little bit later, but right now, and I mean, we can get into it. My least favorite storyline has been with The Rock and Travis Scott with the whole Cody Rhodes, sell your soul, all
If you
that.
even call that a storyline.
Right. Right.
More like half-ass something.
Yeah, it was just one of those things to where, and I'm not trying to talk trash about Travis Scott. At the end of the day, businesses are here to make money, and the WWE is a business. And obviously, they
Yes.
branch out. A lot of musicians. One that I really liked was Jelly Roll, especially his story.
He crushed it that when he did the
Doing
tag
great.
match.
Lost 100 pounds. He's planning to lose, I think, 100 more.
I see it
And
happening.
and he's just like seems like a very, very nice guy. So it's like you go from the Travis Scott rock, just like you said, somewhat storyline to Travis Scott. Then he makes his appearance at what was it, SummerSlam
WrestleMania.
or WrestleMania, and without the Rock as well. I just feel like they
It was
had
just
good
lackluster.
intentions, but it was incredibly lackluster. And you were at
It,
WrestleMania, so let's also talk about that as well.
I feel like that storyline before I get into that is like when the group chat agrees to go on like that Miami trip or like that Cancun trip, everybody's all down for it in the beginning, but when it's
Uh,
actually time for it, they're like, "Oh, nah, man, I can't make it. Oh, my schedule's not with it." That was The Rock
right.
basically.
Yeah.
And then Travis Scott and all. That's what it seemed like to me, honest. With WrestleMania,
I love
I,
that analogy.
that's what it was. That's how I
Yeah.
could really like compare it.
Yeah.
WrestleMania was amazing. WrestleMania, I mean, just in general, being able to go to a WrestleMania, whether it was like not that good or good, the experience itself is what makes it great.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna have a bias on that when it comes to how I thought WrestleMania was. I have not seen WrestleMania from the TVs,
Hmm.
that WrestleMania, just because I just was there, so there's no point.
Right.
But just the whole experience from WWE World to the seeing the superstore to just experiencing Las Vegas for the second time
Yeah.
and just and even meeting content creators that I met on Instagram and all that. I got to meet a few of them, which was really cool.
Yeah.
It's just a really good time, and if you have the opportunity to go, then I would highly recommend it. Even if you got to spend like the nosebleeds just to like see it live, but just the experience around it. If it's a good city, definitely take advantage. In terms of the show, I think 40 will still be number one, but certain aspects of 41, the show itself, were fun and good. Seeing John Cena win his 17th title will always be a great memory of mine, seeing
Of
that
course.
live. Seeing Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight Championship
Hmm.
as the opening starter, everybody went crazy when he did the sleeper on Gunther.
Yeah.
That crowd was screaming at the top of their lungs, even though they tried to act like they were talking crap. But no, the crowd was going crazy. As much as people were saying the crowd was dead. And even Joe Hendry showing up against Randy Orton. I was not expecting that, and I was recording. And as soon as I heard say his name, I freaked the hell out. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my God, Joe Hendry is here!" At WrestleMania, out of all places. Like this man went from the TNA champion to the grandest stage of all. So I was happy for him as much as I was excited. Like obviously he lost the match, but it
Yeah.
was more just about seeing him there and seeing that experience of him fighting Randy Orton out of all people. And then a few other matches were good too. Then there were obviously like the bathroom breaks and stuff, but it was a really good time and highly recommend going to WrestleMania. Even though the John Cena Cody match was great, even though like the whole Travis Scott thing made no sense, I
Hmm.
still had a good time.
Love it. Love it. And I mean, going back to the Joe Henry match, I mean, that was one of the greatest. It's still one of my favorite memes this year. He turns
It's
around,
great. It's
does a
great.
smile, and then Orton comes with the RKO right
That was
after.
perfect. That was
Oh my
perfect.
gosh. I mean, that's just chef's kiss as far as just television producing, the everything about it. And yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite moments. I mean, the crowd pop, just watching it on TV just looked absolutely amazing. And speaking of crowd pops, whether if it's WrestleMania or anything else, and of course we had, the one in France, and we all know Europe goes absolutely
They're insane.
insane.
They're definitely insane.
What are some of your favorite pops from this season, whether Europe or not?
AJ Lee.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to
Because
say it.
I was there watching. I'm like, Chicago. CM Punk is getting slapped around by Becky Lynch. And
Right.
I didn't know whether to believe social media or not because I'm at this point now where social media is just too much with the rumors that I just stopped caring. Like, oh, so and so's backstage. Oh, this person is rumored to win the belt or face so and so. I just let it happen. So when you heard that theme song, I was like, yes, thank God. And I was freaking out and very excited. But yeah, I would say that was one of my favorite crowd pops. Um, and then the other crowd pop I could think of is the moment Cena turned heel.
Yeah.
Because when, as like, just that face overall, like you see John Cena dap up Cody Rhoades, you're like, okay,
Mhm.
cool. And then you just see and I'm just like, oh my God, I did not expect this. I don't think a lot of people expected that. And I don't know if you watch WWE Unreal, how they went over that. Like
Right.
they kept that to the T with secrecy. Nobody knew.
Mm-hmm.
The cameraman didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H told the camera, like guided the cameraman as it was happening.
Yeah.
Only like they knew. And it's insane how they're able to still pull that off without telling production, without telling anybody.
Yeah.
So that's just the magic of WWE. And it made into one of the wildest moments in WWE history. Now, heel turn is a whole nother conversation,
Sure.
but just the initial
Yeah.
heel turn was just like such a big surprise that everybody was just fooled. And it was just great. It was perfect
Yeah.
how they did it.
Anyone that says that they predicted that, I'm sorry, you're a liar. It's just like when people watch The Sixth Sense and they're like, "Oh, I knew that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time." No, you didn't. No, you did not.
It's like one of those turns you can't predict unless you actually watch it yourself.
Right, because I mean, they're showing shots of kids crying. Like this has been. I know he's one of your, if not you, like your favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah, very
And
much.
you see like kids crying, parents
Yo,
consoling
my
them. Like
God.
it was nuts.
The kids were crying. That Brussels kid was funny as hell.
Yes.
And the fact that they went full circle with this kid later on,
Yeah.
and when they went back to Europe, is the funniest thing in the world. He said, "I'm sorry, I was having a bad day," and like the kid forgave him. I think WWE like reached out to them to like be front row for that segment, but still, regardless, amazing. Like how they go full circle with that. That kid's gonna remember that forever.
Oh, 1,000%. And that's what it's all about, right? I mean, when I was a little kid, it was Saturday mornings, watching wrestling when they would come, whether if it was a local show or an actual, I mean, dating myself a little bit. I'm also talking 80s, 90s, pretty much before
Hmm.
Raw, but just seeing your favorite wrestlers and just getting anything, whether if it's a high five, whatever, or
Hmm.
even
Yep.
just like they looked in my direction.
Yeah,
That's
they
where it
locked eyes with you.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it starts. So it's great to, still get that vibe and that energy.
Hmm.
So, with that being said, being that this past Monday, Cena is now Grand Slam champ,
It's
got the
crazy, man.
Intercontinental
Crazy.
belt. What did you think about that? Is because to me that's another one that like I never saw that coming.
Here's the thing about being on social media and always posting. You're you're eventually gonna see what people are saying are the rumors.
Sure.
So I originally predicted that John Cena was gonna face Dominic at Survivor Series in a
Okay.
few weeks because it's in San Diego and that's Dominic and Ray's hometown.
Yep.
I was like, okay, this makes sense. Dominic and John Cena, it's his second to last appearance, and it could be for the belt, and then Cena could win it and defend it at Saturday night's main event.
Hmm.
I guess something happened in the storyline or creative where they said, let's jump into Boston in his hometown. And that's what happened. So I kind of predicted it, but I didn't, I guess, at the same time.
Hmm.
I'm happy it happened. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But it also makes me wonder, does that mean he's going to lose at Saturday night's main event? Like on his last match, is he going to lose? Or is he going to lose the belt in a rematch at Survivor Series? We'll find out when they're at MSG this Monday.
That's true. That's true. So, whether you've been watching or not, if you've not been watching, there is now a tournament for who is going to face John Cena at Saturday night's main event in December in DC, I believe, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So we already had Rusev win
Mm-hmm.
against
Sheamus. No,
Damian Priest,
Damian Priest.
and
Yeah.
then Sheamus won.
Sheamus beat Shinsuke. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So who is your prediction on who is going
Gunther.
to be John? Really?
Yes. I've
Really?
been saying this for months now. Gunther's gonna get it. As soon as they had the John Cena announcement of the tournament and
Yeah.
they were showing like the video clips of everybody who could be in it,
Yeah.
they showed Gunther. I was like, he's in it. That's it. He's gonna win it. And then they announced he's returning this coming Monday against Javon Evans for the first round. He's getting it,
Yeah.
and it's going to cause major heat if he
Yeah.
defeats John Cena for that title on his last match.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
knows how to
Because
take the heat though, so that's one thing about Gunther. And
yeah,
he's talented.
yeah. I mean, he's been champion more than half the time that he's been in the WWE.
70 something percent of
Exactly.
the time.
And that's his MO. And to me, that's the only unfortunate thing about Gunther. If it's not any kind of title, he's not around and he's not relevant.
Yeah. It
You know.
seems like he's just is always defending, and
Hmm.
I mean he's talented, he does the
And he's
chops, he knows how to
great heel.
wrestle, but like I think they need WWE also needs to learn how to have him without the belt. He
Exactly.
doesn't need to defend it all the time.
Exactly. That's just my only complaint. It's like if he doesn't have it or he's not going after it, I feel like they don't know what to do with him. And he is very talented.
Mhm.
He's a great heel. He does a lot of, he's got the old school boots that go all the way up.
Yeah.
He is a,
Got
tries to be a
the regular
perfectionist.
basic tights.
Yep. Yep. So, he's just one of those guys where, and even between him and Jey Uso, he's just like telling Jey, you don't know how to be champion. And,
Yeah.
that unfortunately was short lived. So kind of going on that, what is, what do you think is going to be happening between, because obviously Jay and Jimmy have been wrestling again. They've done a couple tag team matches. They've done some matches with Roman Reigns. So it's not the bloodline, obviously, with everybody on there,
Yeah.
but it's these three, but they all seem to be, not vibing. What do you think is going to happen with this trifecta, moving forward, whether if it's this year or next year?
Roman, I think, is more checked out of WWE than he is in it. He
Hmm.
still is a part of it in a way, but as I don't know if you saw, he's gonna be in the new Zootopia movie,
Yeah.
Zootopia
Yeah.
2 with CM Punk. I feel like Roman has been a little distant more from WWE with
Hmm.
good reason. He carried the company out of the pandemic into what it is now.
100%.
Um, when it comes to Jay, we can see he's gonna become heel soon, but
Yep.
WWE needs to know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like Triple H wanted to quote unquote put a rocket on Jey Uso to carry him into WrestleMania, and it worked. But the crowd eventually got tired of Yeet and was like, "What are you doing now?"
Yeah.
So I think WWE just needs to understand what Jey Uso needs to be in order to be that tribal like chief that Roman wants him to be. I
Right.
also saw recently that they recently trademarked tribal air as a phrase.
Hmm.
So that could be something that could go towards Jay. But I think they're waiting on when they do that big turn, like whatever heel turn happens, whether it's Jay attacking Jimmy or Jay attacking LA Knight or somebody that's a babyface. In terms of Jimmy, I see him still more as a supporting role for this storyline. I
Hmm.
don't see him as a main. I know there was a movement at one point to make him US champion, but now that Ilya Dragunov is doing that with now it looks like Tama Tonga is going to try and go for the title. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So I think Jimmy is going to be more in a supporting role to help his brother try to get over with the crowd as a heel. Because
Okay.
everybody hated Roman as a babyface, but once he turned into the tribal chief as a heel, they ate it up and they loved him. And now he's a legend.
Blew
So
up. I
hopefully the
mean,
same thing happens.
exactly. That was one of those moments to where it didn't make sense at first, but you're 100% right. As tribal chief, I mean, he skyrocketed, and of course, the entire bloodline and everything else. And I got there towards the tail end when you and I started connecting again, and you were telling me about everything. So it's going to be interesting to see. Right now, obviously, I still love the entrance coming in from the side, playing with the kids and all that. But
Yeah,
definitely playing it like he's going to turn heel. It just has to be done right.
I agree. And like with Jey Uso, I know everybody loves him. He does the yeet, but
Hmm.
Triple H needs to stop relying on the yeet. Yeet
Yeah.
should be a cool catchphrase, but it should not be the only thing that represents him. Another thing with Jey Uso is I feel like his promos, when he runs out of ideas, he goes straight to the four letters, one word, which is a cool thing, but
Yeah.
like don't use it as your backup as soon as you run out of things to say in your promos. You notice it with Punk before their match at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Hmm.
He's like, "Oh, at Saturday Night's Main Event, I'm gonna beat your ass." 4 letters won't like say more. Like try to make it sound good. Go after Punk,
Yeah.
insult Punk, do something. Make the crowd just go, oh, and like just otherwise everybody's just gonna say yeet. And then like that's awesome for the crowd for the night, but doesn't leave a lasting impression as much.
Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned earlier we got War Games coming up. I don't think I've been this excited for a War Games in a while. I feel like it's a culmination of the whole year, getting ready to lead up, of course, before Cena's retirement match. So we already got what? We got, kind of give us a rundown from what happened on Raw. There's already been 2 matches that, I mean, they're not, I don't know if they're official yet, but, we've had a couple people on the mic, including one of our favorites, Rhea Ripley, War Games. So, what are kind of your predictions and matches that you're looking forward to in that?
So I guess it depends on how if they're gonna do 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not too sure how the women's one is gonna go yet. I feel like they're kind of waiting towards the end,
Mm-hmm.
or they're gonna do something with like the Kabuki Warriors and Charlotte Alexa and whoever else. I'm looking at my Echo to make sure it doesn't like start listening to me. But like I could see some like all the tag teams coming together because they're kind of waiting till the last minute for that. Thanksgiving's coming soon, so
Real soon.
I haven't really heard much about the women's War Games match. For the men's, we kind of know already. Punk, Rhodes, Jay Uso, and probably, if I had to guess, maybe LA Knight if they
Mm-hmm.
do like a 4th person, and then the Vision, Logan Paul, Braun Bronze, and then somebody else. They'll figure out who else.
Yeah,
But
I definitely feel like there's going to be another person added to the Vision here very, very soon.
people are saying Austin Theory. Some people are like, there's a lot of people that they're thinking of, but again, with social media, just gonna wait till when it happens. Speaking of War Games, though,
Yeah,
um, yesterday, I don't know if you got to see, because I don't know how much you keep up with AEW, but yesterday
yeah, they were
was
right here in Greensboro.
they were in Greensboro
Blood and
yesterday for
guts.
Blood and Guts, and I don't know if you saw it. It was amazing. The women's one crushed the show. They started the show,
Yeah,
and that's what everybody's talking about right now because they did
yeah,
so freaking well. It was bloody to a T, violent to a T, but it told a story, and at the end, it was just absolute cinema. The match in between Adam Page and Hobbs was all right, but and then the men's one was crazy too. But I felt like how Moxley is. He's just violent overall, so you kind of expect all that. But just seeing the women do that was just amazing, and they all crushed it, and I give them all the props, and they deserve all the praise they're getting. But the reason I mention that is because I feel like it's going to be very hard for War Games to top that. For anybody here that's watching that may have seen the match. So if WWE wants to crush it with War Games, they need to put on one hell of a show.
yeah, yeah. A lot of my friends went. I had a host trivia over at Hole 19. Big shout out to Hole 19. But yeah, I hate I missed this one. I was just as soon as I got off work, it was just one of those things to where like all my friends were just posting, and the gentleman that wrestled with Sting in his final match,
Darby Allen.
Darby Allen, he was supposed to be at Nerd Bombers this Saturday for an autograph signing, but he's taking a little bit of time to rest. That table slam
The
from
table in the
20
fire.
feet up, the table was on fire. Like
That and then
AEW
like
definitely turns it up a notch.
that and the scalpel that Moxley was putting on his back, making it look like he was like stabbing him and all that. It was just
Yeah,
like, bro, Darby knows how to like put his body on the line. We were there for Revolution when he went through the glass.
yeah,
That
and he
that
was taken away in an ambulance.
because it was just his back was just profusely bleeding. It was just insane.
Yeah, yeah, he's super super talented. I can definitely see him, getting added to the WWE lineup this year. I think, in terms of for me, one of my favorites, not so much storylines, but I guess you could say appearances, is the addition of Penta. I
Penta's been
absolutely,
great, absolutely.
he's so good and so entertaining, and
And they're pushing him. They're pushing him. Like
oh
it seems like they really
yeah,
have like resources that they want to do with him. He's already in cricket commercials. He's
hmm
like just showing off. The crowd loves him. Like
yep,
they announced that him and his brother Ray Phoenix are gonna be a AAA tag team for the first time in a while.
oh
So
nice,
like that with that whole acquisition of AAA, that's been really cool to see. So like they're doing good with Penta. I wish they do a little better with Ray Phoenix on SmackDown, but right now Penta's been absolutely crushing it.
yeah, he's been doing fantastic, and then of course the addition of, oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank right now? She's now the WWE Women's Champ
Jay
from
Cargill.
No, or not her.
Stephanie Vaquer.
Yes. Oh, goodness gracious.
She has
Like,
had one hell of a run
what
the
a
past
rise.
2 years
What a
because
rise.
it's insane because it was controversial how she even joined the WWE because
Really?
well, she officially signed with the WWE late last year. I
Uh-huh.
don't know exactly when. Um, and how it was controversial was like a month or two before that, she was in AEW Forbidden Door and competed against Mercedes Moné for their New Japan Strong Woman's belt.
Okay.
And that's what actually got WWE's eyes because she was the New Japan champion.
Okay.
And she also wrestled with CMLL, which is kind of like the AEW version of AAA.
Okay.
It's like another Mexican promotion.
Mm-hmm.
She was their women's champion and their tag team champion. So she went down with 3 belts in
Wow.
AEW. So she competed, lost to Monet.
Mm-hmm.
Like a month later, she signed with WWE without telling any of the other promotions. So they basically had to strip her of the titles, and they felt the type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, "Screw it, I'm going to WWE." And
Yeah.
then I think they WWE happened to be in Mexico, so they did a show there where she appeared. And then while they were working on her, I guess her paperwork to get into the US, like he then eventually just showed up in NXT. And it was just up from there. Double champion in NXT. Now she's the women's world champion. She won the Crown Jewel Championship. It's
Mm-hmm.
insane how crazy
Yeah.
like
They
her rise has
definitely
been.
pushed her hard. And I was kind of seeing it because to me, I thought Penta was going to be intercontinental champ by now, the way they were pushing Penta. But I'm glad that they're taking their time with him and
We're
not
taking a time with
pushing
him.
him too fast.
Because if he becomes champion now, then we kind of forget about it in the long run. At least now we
Right.
have some entertaining moments. Like we got the Cero Miedo, but it's not something that he relies on for entertainment. He
Yeah.
knows how to wrestle. He does the Mexican Destroyer. He
Mhm.
does all of his moves, and the dance too, like
Oh
in the middle of the
gosh,
match. So
yes, yeah,
it just
that and the
makes
way he
him
walks to the ring, so entertaining.
and just he has the experience. I mean, technically Jay has experience too, but like I feel like Penta, like he has experience from all over different promotions, from AEW, Lucha Underground, that
Hmm.
he knows how to get around everywhere. And fun fact, he even has a match against Chelsea Green in Lucha Underground. If you look it up, there's a match between him and Chelsea Green. In I don't know where you can find it, but it's under Lucha Underground.
Oh wow,
I think
nice.
even one against him and Io Sky, 1-on-1,
Oh,
that are really good.
oh goodness, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. So, what are your thoughts with this past Monday we had a tag team title change, Kabuki Warriors
I'm happy for
bringing
him.
it in. What's your thoughts on that?
It was meant to happen because they showed up at the most random time. They had already betrayed Io Sky.
Yep.
And I've been saying forever, if WWE wants to make them look strong, they need to win these titles.
Yeah.
Now, I did not see that final match. I had went to bed early, but when I did see the results, I was like, good that they won the title. Charlotte and Alexa's cool with the whole we're not friends kind of thing.
Right.
But I feel like now they're gonna start feuding with Lash Legend and Nia Jax. We just saw her
Hmm.
debut on SmackDown as an official member of the main roster, so I could see that being a feud. And then Kabuki Warriors just trying to show off that they're strong, going up against whatever tag teams they can.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Because to be honest with you, I was at the point now where I'm like, you need to do something with Kabuki Warriors or just get rid of this altogether. Because it
Mm-hmm.
was just the same matches over and over and over again. Io Sky, and then, of course, we all love Rhea
Yeah,
Ripley and this, that, and the other. And a lot of it does get super, super repetitive. So, to me, I was like, either get them to win the championship or get rid of them or move them to SmackDown, something.
or even NXT.
Yeah,
People have gone down to NXT as well,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
not even a demotion. That's like just keep it going.
Yeah. So, to wrap up, actually, in terms of NXT, any predictions on who you think might be moving up? Whether, and obviously, I know we got like 6 weeks left of this year, but in terms of NXT, like who you think might be moving up to WWE in 2026?
I would hope Ethan Page, but that would involve him losing the NXT North American title. I think him and Chelsea Green are about to go on a very good run
Hmm.
as double champions. So I would like to see Ethan Page get onto the main roster. It's just I don't think it's going to be right now. Um, it's hard because a lot of the NXT roster this year went up. So it's like hard to say, like add
Yeah.
even more because technically those people went up to the main roster. So the current people can now carry NXT for a little bit.
Hmm.
And it complicates things a little more with the TNA relationship. So like now NXT stars are going there. So it's like if they're going to TNA and doing things, they're not really going to WWE yet because technically it's like an NXT TNA relationship, not a WWE
Right.
thing, unless it's like for special occasions like Joe Hendry, Randy Orton kind of thing
Sure.
like that, or even Joe Hendry if he's going to be in the last time at now tournament. We'll see if that happens. I think it's going to happen, but
I do
we'll
too.
see. But um, it's kind of hard to say. If I had to pick like someone on the women's division,
Hmm.
it would probably have to be Kalani Jordan if she drops the TNA belt.
Okay.
That would be my pick because she's been there for a while. And then maybe Trick Williams, but he's been there for a while, so who knows?
Okay.
I could just hear the moment Trick Williams goes on the main roster, that whoop that trick is gonna go crazy.
Gotcha. So I know your prediction for the final John Cena match is Gunther, but if you were to have it your way, who would you want John Cena to face for his final match on that Saturday night main
That's
event?
easy. Edge.
Wow.
They've been rumors about it being Edge, but it makes no sense.
No.
And this goes back to the social media thing. I don't
Sure.
believe nothing.
Yeah.
Edge and AEW at one point was like, yo, I gotta go away for a while. I gotta take care of some things.
Yeah.
Immediately everybody was like, oh, he's coming back to face John Cena. Like, that's just not how business works. WWE does not interact with AEW. They see them as a competitor and vice versa. AEW has reached out to WWE in the past. Like, for example, the Sting's last match.
Hmm.
They asked WWE if they could use some of their footage for Sting to
Hmm.
tribute to him. They said no. So there is no way they're gonna say no to like a clip of Sting, but somehow say yes to yeah, Edge could come back and do this with Cena. No, they're not. As much as I'd like it to, unfortunately, that's just how business is, and whether we like it or not. But I would pick Edge. Like him and Edge had an amazing feud, and
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where you can't like redo that storyline between them, whether it was in the beginning with Edge and him and Lita,
Right.
or down the line with the world title. It would be nice, but um, that's my pick, Edge.
I love it. I love it. Julian, thank you so much for joining us today. One more time, let the audience know where they can find you, how they can find you, and we'll go from there.
Follow me at tiktok.com/slash just laying down, Instagram /just laying down, everything just laying down. You can find me anywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Threads, even Facebook Reels and all that. Everywhere you could think of. You can follow me on Twitch too, but I don't really plan on going live anytime soon. But follow me everywhere. Just laying down. And you'll find me.
Yeah, brand new dad right here. I can't wait to meet the
Yes.
baby. Ashley, myself, and my daughter and her mom are coming to New York December 17th through
Oh
the
yeah? Okay.
21st. Yeah, we've
Good,
never,
good.
well, I've been during the holidays when I was little. My wife's never been during the holidays. Daughter's not, well, she was there one time during the holidays, but I think it was a field trip. So, yeah, I haven't really let anybody know, but letting you know now, we can't wait to see you. Like I said, we'll be there the 17th through 21st. I'm glad because there's no Comic-Con, there's no schedule.
Yeah,
All
you
we
can just
want to
show up and
do
enjoy it.
is, yeah, all we want to do is see family and friends eat. I think the only thing we're planning on actually trying to do is seeing the Stranger Things play because we heard
Oh
it was
yeah,
really
I forgot
good.
about that.
Yeah, so I definitely want to check that out, especially with Stranger Things finishing up this year. But really, that's the only thing we have on the menu. So I'm honestly looking forward to a New York City trip that's not Javits Center focused, and we
Yeah,
can
I
literally just
agree.
wake up and do whatever we want. So excellent, excellent. Be sure to follow Julian JLD, Just Laying Down. And as always, big thank you to our sponsors, Cut the Music Prints, T-Mad 3D, Sailfish Comics, of course, Fox 8, and the Believe Podcast Network. On behalf of everybody from Zero Dark Nerdy, this is your boy Brian, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you for having me.